And here we are back in the little hamlet of Shady Sands. And we're going to talk to Seth, and he says, my girl, Tandi, Eredish's daughter, has been kidnapped. We think the raiders took her. Okay, I'll go get her back for you. So we are going to go visit the raiders, which are just below in the little green dot. Now, we get attacked on the way by some mole rats. I just went ahead and transitioned out of that. And we get a little bit more equipped. I need to make sure Ian is okay. And since this fight is really tough, I'm going to go ahead and take my money back that I gave him earlier and equip him with a bunch of ammo and the SMG we found in Vault 15. Even though he may kill me with it on accident, of course. And I tell him to draw his best weapon next time we go. Next time we go. And we're gonna rest until I'm healed, which is just 3 hit points, but Ian's still kind of hurt from our various rat killing adventures. But I'm willing to take risks. And then we'll just go ahead and go. The reason I didn't go to the green dot at first is because I was going to give Ian the SMG and all that. Now there are multiple ways to free Tandi from the raiders, but I like this way the most. Because, if they're going to go kidnap Tandi, they're going to get a surprise. So what we do here is I walk up behind the leader, who's the guy in the metal armor, and pickpocket him. Well, first, though, I take this bomb we got in Vault 15. I arm it and set it for 40 seconds. Then I pickpocket this guy here. And you can take those items out of his inventory, but you can also put items in his inventory. There we go. He did not notice. He now has a bomb in his inventory, which is going to go off. I'm going to walk up here. And before the bomb goes off, I'm going to try and attack these guys right here. But we didn't get enough time. The bomb went off. And several of his people were killed or took a lot of damage. So we're just going to have a little fight. And this video will mostly be the fight, me and Ian against all the raiders. See, Ian shot a burst shot, and he owned me for 27 points, and now I have 4 hit points. So thanks for that, Ian. And I'm going to take the stim packs off that guy. I'm going to take his armor, his spear, all of his money, and all of his throwing knives. And then I'm going to get into my inventory, because I got to get some stuff. So I heal myself, because I will die if hit one more time. So we take care of that little problem. And then I'm going to take my cool leather armor off and equip a grenade. Take my cool leather armor off and take that spear. The reason I give up my crowbar is because the spear lets me attack from 1 square away instead of having to be right next to them. Can't throw the grenade yet at the boss. So I gotta just be happy with skewering this guy. So Ian managed not to shoot me. That guy uses a health pack, which is not good. I get Garm away from me. He shoots me. He uses a magnum pistol, so he's pretty worrisome as far as opponents go, because that magnum pistol will wreck your face in a hurry. At least at this point in the game. I'm going to go ahead and use the grenade to get that guy that fled. Luckily it hits him, and he's fragged. Then I give up my turn, because I can't do anything else, and hope that Ian kills him. And he did die. So, oh wait, no he didn't, I lied. He shoots me some more. Ian shoots him some more, tries to anyways, because he missed. Now we're going to pull out the big gun and spear him in the torso. which does some damage, but he's definitely out damaging me. Now he's dead. Note that he has his magnum pistol, some booze, and that metal armor. Metal armor is superior to my leather armor. So I'm going to take some more stim packs and get my health back up. And then equip that metal armor. Now basically at this point, as long as I don't do anything, you've won. As long as you don't do anything really stupid, you have defeated the raiders. Which is great this early in the game because they give you a ton of very valuable equipment. And it puts you way ahead of the curve as far as gear in the game. You're basically set for life if you pull this off. The other ways that you can defeat the raiders is that if you have high charisma, high speech, you can talk to the guy and tell him that you represent something, a threat he can't even understand. And if he believes you, he'll just let Tandi go. You can also buy Tandi for 600 bottle caps. I think it's 600 or 666, something like that. And you can buy her, or you can box him, and if you knock him out, then you win the right to Tandi. This character is not particularly strong in melee, so we're not going to play that game. And I don't like the speech method because I just have to come back and kill these guys anyways. So my strat here is to let Ian do all the work because his gun does way more damage than I do. But I can't, unfortunately I have no way of injuring those guys. So I'm forced to just give up my turns. And I notice that Ian's taking damage, so I'm going to give him a stim pack so that he doesn't die. And that guy's dead. And then he's going to take his own stim pack and saw her head off with bullets. Hopefully you saw that. It makes a pretty gratifying sound. I'm going to continue to loot these guys extensively because they have very valuable material and booze. Who couldn't use more booze? And now I'm overburdened because I have too much junk. So I'm just going to take the light junk, like their drugs and their bottle caps. The drugs there were buff out, which would give me 10 strength and other physical benefits that I wouldn't particularly need with this character. She's going to try to knife fight me. Too bad, I have a spear. Get thrown in the door. Note I can still hit her despite her being so far away. She is dominated. This guy's going to get... A couple guys are going to fight Ian. I got wrecked pretty hard by Spear Guy. And going to continue to fight. And now he's dead too. Almost all these guys are wearing leather armor. So it's quite a valuable haul. And I unfortunately can't carry away all of the leather armor. So we're not going to get as much money as we possibly could, but we're going to get a lot of money. Now I play it pretty risky here with this guy, so I don't want to get stim packs. But he's going to chase me, so I'm going to hide around the corner and make him walk to me and hope that Ian deals with the problem before I die. He doesn't, so I have to knock him around a bit with the spear, give him a little smashing up. Ian's so kind as to miss that shot, and I'm in danger. I'm going to do the stupid thing and try to fight him and miss. Hopefully Ian gets him. He's running away, that's good. I'm going to give him the treatment that I give people who run away, which is, as you probably noticed from earlier in the video, get closer, but Ian steals the fun. Now we're just fighting these last two raiders here. And they should be dispatched pretty quickly. And Ian saws that one's left arm off and their head off with bullets. And we will solve all of this very shortly. I believe that's Diana. Yeah, Diana's like the camp. You can actually join the raiders too, and I chose not to do that. So I'm gonna rescue Tandi. So another thing. So if you're going for minimal loot, the best loot they have are their pistols. Those Magnum pistols are incredibly valuable. So I'm gonna make every effort to try and get those back. I'm gonna take those bullets for Ian, or try to at least, but get denied because I'm totally overweight. And then we're gonna go ahead and I realized that I still have some scorpion tails. Scorpion tails are really heavy, so I need to dump those scorpion tails somewhere in order to get more guns. Should be what I do right now. Then I can pick up more guns, which will be what we do, and that'll pretty much set us for the rest of the game, more or less, the early portion of it anyways, is all of these weapons are so valuable that we're more or less okay for the rest of the game. And I didn't realize there was still a guard in here. Now I should mention, I've played this game quite a bit, and when you do my terror bombing technique to taking out the raiders, sometimes that particular guard will come out and kill Tandi, so you want to make a save before you try it. Of course you could also fail the pickpocket and get blown up, because at this stage in the game it's impossible almost without that bombing technique to defeat the raiders, because their boss has so many hit points that it's basically impossible. At least with this character. I wouldn't have been able to beat him in a melee fight, and Ian probably would have died even if I did win. So we freed that slave, which gives us XP. Unfortunately, you get 200 XP for that. Unfortunately, there's another slave in the room, but she died in the explosion. And you can see some body parts laying around on the ground if you look carefully. And that's one of his guards that got killed, and the slave. So now we're just looting through the various things. We get some shotgun shells, which will be useful for later, and some more armor-piercing magnum. And you can see a dead body of a guard there with some stuff. We get another dynamite, a shotgun, some more caps, and a lockpick set. I'm going to leave that cool leather armor in the fridge. Try and pick up some of this ammo, different stuff, but I'm overweight. Now we're going to pick the lock on Tandi's door with those new lockpicks and break her out. You can actually talk to her, and there's some pretty funny conversations you can have with her while she's locked up in there, but I'm not going to show it because you wouldn't be able to hear it anyways, because of my recording situation. So I'm not particularly good at lockpicking, so this takes a while. In the event that you attempt to lockpick the door and you break the door's lock and thus cannot open it, that's what the dynamite's for. You can blow the dynamite up on your side of the door without killing Tandi. Luckily I get the lock, so we're gonna bounce and just leave a trail of destruction in our wake. And walk Tandi back to Shady Sands. And then basically we're done with Shady Sands now. We talked to Tandi. How about you and I, well, you know, get together? Never happens. It would be pretty racy too, because she's supposedly quite young at this point in the game. So I just say, nope, that's it, thanks. Have a nice life, kid. And then we go, if you walk down to Aradesh, Seth apparently is unaware of what you just did, and you go down to Aradesh. He will explain that he's so grateful that you saved his daughter from big, mean, nasty raiders, and he'll give you 500 caps for your hard work, which on top of all the caps that we already got is quite nice. And I'll see we've got we have a moderately high amount of caps now and a lot of loot that can be sold to get the things that I need. Which, because the main advantage of melee characters is that you only have one type of weapon. But anyhow, so now we're going to go ahead and go to Junktown, and that'll be in the next video, so thanks for watching. And